guys, so today I want to talk about what happened to me at the doctor's today. It's kind of going to be a rant slash story time slash mukbang. I'm eating a leftover calzone that I made last night. Really excited to eat this, and I feel like eating something that's really good is going to calm me down because I'm going to get pretty heated. Alright, yes, I'm eating it out of a Tupperware container because I don't want to dirty my dishes. This is real life, you guys. I also have some marinara on this side. So I don't really know where to start here, but I think I'm just going to start with the fact that I have chronic pain, and I don't know what it is, and I haven't had insurance for almost a year now, and I haven't been able to figure out what it is. My joints hurt in my hands, my forearms hurt, my legs hurt. If I sit in positions for long periods of time, they just ache and it is so painful. I wake up in the mornings really stiff. Basically, it's just so much muscle and joint pain. And on top of that, my back hurts, my neck hurts, my lower back. Another symptom that I have is fatigue. I wake up from a really good night's rest and I am exhausted. I take a nap during the day because after just 4 hours of work, I'm exhausted. After doing nothing all day, I'm exhausted. I take a nap no matter how long the nap is, which, by the way, if I don't set an alarm, could be hours and hours long. Another symptom that I have is memory problems. Excuse me. I'm going to put this on my lap, so nobody get mad at me. Does anybody else eat on their couch? In their lap? Or is this just like someone who doesn't have manners kind of thing? Oh my god, I just poked a hole in the bottom of my Tupperware container. That's okay. Anyway, like I said, I have a lot of pain and a lot of issues, and I know what I'm feeling isn't right, and I know there's something wrong, and I've looked up some things, and if you guys want to kind of understand what I feel, I've always said I feel like I'm 95. It doesn't make sense. I'm 19 years old. I should not feel this way, and I know that for a fact.
Hold up. Editing this video, I just realized that I never really addressed my diet situation. Kind of looks bad. Like, this girl's in pain and has memory issues and fatigue, but she's also sitting there eating cheesy bread. I'm not trying to say that I eat calzones all the time. I know that's kind of what it looks like, but I do actually eat pretty healthy. This was just like a cheat meal. So I don't want you guys to look at this and say, well, that's the reason she hurts, because trust me, I would think the same thing, but just so you guys know, that's not the reason. Okay, continue with the video.
With that in mind, I decided, after so long of being in pain, I said, I don't care. I need answers. So I decided I'm just going to go to the health department. You can become a primary care patient at the health department where I live, but you can't have insurance. That's the one requirement, is you're not allowed to have insurance. They won't take you if you have insurance. So I went there this morning. I have a whole list on my phone of symptoms, just in case I forgot them, because I knew I would, that I was going to discuss with the doctor. I went to my doctor's appointment. It was at 8:45. I got there around 8:30. I sat down in the waiting room, and then she called me up to the front desk. She goes, we can't help you. You have insurance, and we don't take people with insurance. And I was kind of in shock. I said, no, I don't have insurance. And she said, yes, you do. I said, no, you don't understand. Like, I don't have insurance. I was like, are you sure I have insurance? She said, yeah, we're sure. I have the paper right here that says you're with these people and blah, blah, blah. And all my information was on that paper. And I was just like, wait a minute. Like, this is new information to me. I didn't think I had insurance. And she told me it was effective of December 2018, and then it kind of clicked. I signed insurance back in December. But I signed up for insurance the last day that the Affordable Care Act was effective. And I knew that you could like sign up until December 15th or something like that. So I did. But when I called the next day on December 16th, and he was like, oh, well, all that stuff has been deleted. So everything's been dismissed since then, you need to start over. And I was kind of just like taken aback. I was like, wait a minute. So I'm not going to get insurance? I can't afford insurance. Like, keep that in mind. Like, this was my only option. So I'm not going to get insurance now. And that's kind of what I thought this whole time is, okay, I don't have insurance. So when she told me I had insurance, I immediately went back to that thought, like, oh my God, like, so when I signed up, it did go through. What she told me at the front desk was that it could take months, and that's probably why I didn't think I had insurance. They probably never got back with me until months later. I didn't believe her. Sorry, the camera angle changed a little bit. I decided to move up, and I needed to change it so you can see me a little better. So whenever she told me I had insurance, I was like, no, that's not right. So I went and sat down and I called the insurance company that she told me that I had. I was like, am I with you guys? She goes, yeah. I was like, I haven't gotten anything in the mail. Like, I haven't paid for it. Like, I'm so confused. Basically, she told me that because I wrote all my income and the fact that I like couldn't afford full like insurance, that I got it for free. And I was so relieved. I was like, oh my God, I have insurance. I've been thinking for 3 months that I didn't have insurance when I did. And I was so excited. Then I was upset. I was like, crap, they can't see me today. I've asked off for work specifically so that they could, see me, and they can't even see me today. So I was like, okay, well, let me just call my old doctor's office and see if they can see me today, by a long shot. It was like 9:30 at this point, and I was like, they're probably not going to be able to see me today, but it's worth a shot. So I called my doctor's office that I used to go to. Surprisingly, they had an appointment at 10:40 this morning. Went home and told my boyfriend, oh my God, I have insurance. We freaked out over it. Went to my appointment, and they were remodeling, so it was like really weird to we went in a different door. It was like a whole thing. The nurse came in, and he was a guy around my age. I think he was like training. He was like, what are your symptoms? What do you come here for today? All the stuff they ask you whenever you go to the doctor. I told him everything. Everything that I had been feeling since I haven't had insurance up until now. So I told him about a year's worth of symptoms, and he was kind of just like, okay. Let's just talk about 2 of those symptoms for now. I understand that you're feeling all of them. You can come back and we'll talk about the rest of your symptoms. So I told him my 2 main symptoms were my back pain and my joint pain. And he was so nice about it. Like, he totally got it. He's like, yeah, that's like not normal. He's like, the main thing we see with what you're describing is fibromyalgia. I said, yeah, and there's also a history of hypothyroidism in my family, so I thought that could maybe be an option as well. He was like, hypothyroidism? Hyperthyroidism is more where you're kind of jittery and energetic. And I said, yeah, I'm none of that. Hypo is what I meant. And that was kind of weird. I told him that my symptom was fatigue, and he was like, oh, well, you mean hyperthyroidism. No, I don't. But other than that, he was really nice. I did tell him that I got my birth control out, and he started acting like I got my birth control out because my period was out of whack. I was like, no, I was just really hormonal, and I wanted to get off my birth control. Now I'm trying to find my baseline before I get back on another birth control, so I know the symptoms of that. And he kept on dismissing that and was like, okay, well, some girls do this because their period's out of whack and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, thinking like, that's not what I don't really care if my period's different. Like, it's the other symptoms. But I was like, he probably just misunderstood me. And it's not really a big deal. So then the real doctor comes in. And he's like, so you're having joint pain? I was like, yeah. Basically explained to him all my symptoms. And his immediate thought process, I think, went to rheumatoid arthritis. And he said, well, like, basically he was telling me that he didn't think I had rheumatoid arthritis, which I don't think I have anyway, but he asked me to do things like, he felt my hands on either side, was like, does it feel the same? I was like, yeah. Does it feel the same down my legs on each side? Yeah. So when it felt the same on each side, I think that's when he kind of ruled out rheumatoid arthritis, and then he kind of just ruled out my whole symptom in general. I said my two main symptoms were my joint pain and my back pain. Obviously, if I have so many symptoms, the two that I picked are the most dominant. You can't just dismiss that. That's not how it works. That's my main symptom, dude. Anyway, so he said, yeah, well, I mean, you're young. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. We'll just keep an eye on it. And I said, no. I said to him, this is affecting my life. I know there's something wrong with me. It's like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but I wouldn't come here if I didn't think that there was something wrong. And he was kind of just like, okay, well, we'll test you for rheumatoid arthritis, which is not what I wanted, but the fact that he actually was kind of just like listening to me at that point, I was like, okay. So I was pissed. My main symptom, he dismissed as, oh, you're young. That's the issue, dude. I'm young. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't feel like I'm 95. You can't dismiss that. So the nurse kind of heard me get kind of pissed, and he was like, you know, we're just trying to rule out all the scary stuff first. And after that, I was like, okay, now I know this guy's not going to take me seriously. The first symptom I tell him, he basically just dismissed. He was like, you're young, you're fine. After that, I was pissed. I was like, are you kidding me? This guy seriously just said that it's not a big deal and we'll just keep an eye on it. I've been keeping an eye on it for my whole life. I know what normal is, and I know this isn't normal. So I got blood work done and then I left. I've decided I'm probably not going to go back to that doctor. It was a really exciting day, and then it was a really annoying day, and today was a roller coaster of emotions. I think after this video, I'm going to call some more doctor's offices and see if anybody else can take my insurance, because I don't want to go back to that doctor. And I really was expecting my old doctor that was there. Maybe she moved, or maybe she just couldn't see me. Maybe they just gave me the only opening for that day, for today. So I understand if like she was full. So I'm going to probably call my doctor's office back and see if my regular doctor is there and when I can get an appointment with her. But if she's not there, I'm definitely not going back to that doctor. I know for a fact that he's just going to dismiss any of the pain I have. I forgot to mention that when I told him about my back pain, there's a spot on my lower back when you press it, it hurts really, really bad, and like I know it shouldn't hurt. He said, oh, okay, I'll just get you a referral to physical therapy, which I'm thankful for, that he was trying to treat it. He knew that hurt me. He's like, well, physical therapy will probably help. But you can't give me a treatment when you don't know my diagnosis. He doesn't even know what's wrong with my back. He just is like, oh, it hurts? Physical therapy will help. But do you even know what I have? Why don't we start with that? Why don't we start with figuring out my diagnosis, and then we'll get to treatments that work for me. The doctor just basically dismissed all my symptoms and didn't care, and frankly really just pissed me off. So I'm definitely not going to go back to him, but I did want to make a video about it. I've watched so many YouTube videos of people who have been to doctor after doctor after doctor, and they can't figure out their chronic pain, and doctors are dismissing their symptoms and telling them it's nothing, and when it's actually something, it just pisses me off. So come on this journey with me, because I am going to be making this a series. And sorry, I'm trying to eat my food. This is so good. It's got tomatoes and onions. 2 different types of cheese. It's really good. After seeing that doctor today, I've realized that this is gonna be a journey for sure. And I really would like to document that journey. So I'm gonna make this part 1 in a series of my, I don't even know what to call it, because I don't have a diagnosis. I just know what I'm feeling isn't right, but also is valid. So I'm gonna start from the beginning, and we're gonna get through this together. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for eating my calzone with me. I'm not finished, but I will definitely finish this. It's so good. By the way, I forgot to mention, I've stopped eating as much gluten, and I've stopped eating processed cheese. So this crust on this calzone is a gluten-free crust, and it's a really nice crust. So I might make a video on how to make these calzones with this crust. But I also might try a different crust, or I might try making my own crust. But I've really thought about making some cooking videos, because I think that would be really interesting. I got tomatoes on my pants. If you guys can tell, I've made a mess here. I hope you liked this video. This video wasn't about emotional support animals or my dog, but those videos are coming as well. So if you're interested in this type of video, or ESAs, or dogs in general, subscribe to my channel and watch some of my other videos that I have right here, because I make new videos either every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, depending on my week. I work a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye. Now I have to get a new knife. Ugh. Got it.